All right, I have the big salad bowl. Remember the taco salad I made in this big bowl? Well, it's a taco salad. Yes, ma'am. Would you like to do that for me, please? Don't let me cut your fingers off. Now, I am doubling this recipe for the class tonight. Normally, you would use 2 bags of hearts of romaine. And you could also mix in spinach, baby spinach, which is always delicious. Okay, we have lots of salad. I like those big pieces. All right. Okay, a lot of salad. Oh my. Yes, this could prove a little bit disastrous. All right, we're going to mix our Swiss cheese. Right there, both of those. Now, it says a cup of Swiss cheese, so we're going to use about 2 cups or a little more. And you all know how I feel about cheese, so we got to open this up. I had broke the bottom earlier. We all know how I am, so we're going to give or take just a little bit more cheese. Yes, Miss Rhonda. Okay, maybe an extra cup. All right. And then we cut up, it says 1 apple. We cut up a couple of apples because we know everybody likes apples. We left the skin on. We did these ahead of time. Great thing to have in your refrigerator ahead of time for the holidays. So we took a Honeycrisp apple. How many of you all have had Honeycrisp apples? One of my favorite apples. And we just put orange juice on those apples to keep them nice and fresh, lemon juice or lime juice. Nancy, are you taking all this down? Yes. Okay. Now, we're going to do pears. Now, they still... Oh, really? They are wonderful.
But I was thinking I bought some Red Delicious.
Red Delicious is great.
And they were really good.
Red Delicious, Cortland, Honeycrisp, any of those are really good in salads and hold up well. Now, I do have pears. Now, we did leave the skin on, but the skin wants to turn just a little bit. So you can leave them on or take them off. A lot of times we were talking earlier today, people don't know what to do with pears. Pears are so good for you, and pears are a wonderful taste. And this is just a great way to use them. All right. We're going to put those in our salad. We're going to have a very colorful salad by the time we're done. All right. Now we're going to take a cup of cashews. Now remember, I am doubling this tonight, but normally you would take a cup of cashews. And we do have to toss this. And Miss Rhonda is going to be in charge of tossing the salad tonight. Not me. We weren't opening the nuts earlier because, as you all very well know, our old camera guy, Matt, that we all miss, was allergic to nuts. So we had to be quite careful. But we do love you, Jared. All right. Now, we're going to take 1/4 cup of sweetened dried cranberries. These are on aisle 8 and on aisle 6. They're with the salad products, and then they're with the cut fruit and other dried fruits on aisle 8. That is beautiful, isn't it? All right. Now, this is going to be a great salad. Now, this is another great salad. You always talk about taking salad places. This is a great salad to take for one of those great big holiday things. So you see how much it makes. This would be great. Take somewhere, save some back for lunch for the next day. It's just a really good idea. Now, we're going to make the dressing for the salad. All right. Hand me a bowl.
How much you have in there?
How much cost-wise? Well, I have not figured that up yet. I usually know, don't I? I do not.
I've never asked that before.
No, I usually do know how much is in there. Well, we've got quite a few dollars, but by the time you figure it out per serving, it's not very expensive at all. Apples and the nuts would be your biggest expense. So if you buy apples that are on sale, you know, it's definitely, we cut the cost.
Like $3.69.
$3.69 a container, you know, and you can give or take nuts. And especially if you were doing it at home, you could do less nuts if you wanted to, or different nuts. You could even do pecans or walnuts or some, you know. We do a lot of walnuts in salads too. All right, our salad dressing.
At your house?
Yes, in my house. A cup of sugar, well, which, like I said, I'm doubling, so it'd be a half a cup of sugar, a third a cup of lemon juice, all right, now here's the test, Rhonda. I need 2 teaspoons of red onion. Kathy, I didn't exactly tell her how much onion I needed, and she was just a chopping machine this afternoon, so. Woo, they are. We have extra onions for the salad tonight also. Cover those back up, ma'am. All right, then we add our oil. I have used extra virgin olive oil. It's your choice of what you would like to use. I should hope that would be your choice. And let's see, and you're supposed to blend this in a blender, but I've got it all pretty well in a bowl tonight, so we're just going to mix it in a bowl instead of the blender. And I'll just keep looking at you. I need salt, a teaspoon of salt. And then, hand me my poppy seeds. Oh, you already have. All right, we're going to just whisk that up. Now, normally this would be really good to do in your blender, but other than kind of pureeing your onions, you don't necessarily have to. The blender helps mix it up because there's nothing that's really bumpy in it. Or you can put it in a shaker. How many of you all have a salad shaker? I don't have one anymore, but that really is, you know, the best thing to put it in. Okay, and poppy seeds, and that is correct. It is a tablespoon of poppy seeds. Not the prettiest dressing. This could have been a Halloween dressing by the color of it. Yeah, with the blue chips. Those were some good items she made last week. Miss Amy was here. She did a really good job. All right, we're going to pour that over our salad. And Miss Rhonda is going to toss the salad. I'm trying to get every last bit in here. I'm a dressing woman. I love salad dressing. As you can see, I do. But I love to eat, but I love to cook. And I love to cook for people that like to eat. So, all right. So this is our salad. Rhonda's going to mix that up by hand, or you can do it with. Okay. But this is what our salad looks like before it's mixed. You can tell that it is chock full of all kinds of goodies. This will be a delightful salad to serve for Thanksgiving Day, Christmas party, or just when you have people come over before the holidays. All right. And that is our must-have salad.